What is going on, everybody? Nick Stevens from Nick Stevens Gaming here with the second in a 4-part series on how to get Streamlabs OBS set up to run on Twitch. Today we are going to be working on scenes and overlays, and there are several different ways to do this, several different places you can get themes from. Kind of sticking with the theme here, though, we're going to go with just what we can do in Streamlabs OBS just to keep things super simple and easy for you guys and easy to do on here. So the only thing that we have to do is with Streamlabs OBS open, you're going to navigate over to the Themes tab, and it's going to pull up all the different themes, and these are going to have, you know, different scenes like you're starting soon, live scene, things like that, right? You can see over here on the left hand side there are going to be filters right over here. I prefer to gravitate towards the animated ones because they just add a little bit more layer to everything, and they just look, you know, especially if you sit there with your starting soon screen on for about 5 minutes, it's just something a little bit more interesting to look at. So we're going to go over there, we're going to do with our animated themes. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to go to our theme colors. This is going to be, you know, if you're wanting to go with kind of the color themes of a game, or if you're wanting to go with color themes of your logo or anything like that, we'll go with kind of a red, orange, and black. And this is going to have all the themes that have kind of that little deal. And the most important scenes that we're going to want are our live, our be right back, and our stream starting. And so it's going to filter out all the ones that don't include those particular scenes. And then you can also go to theme category, which is going to be more, if you play more first-person shooters or action games, simulation games, real-time strategy, that's kind of your bag. Then you can go ahead and you can get, you know, those all set up and stuff. And since I do a wide variety of games, I don't even mess with this over here. We'll just try to find one real quick here that kind of tickles our fancy. Let's go with, I kind of like this one. Let's check this one out. You can see over here it's going to give us a preview of what the theme looks like. So yeah, we like that. That looks cool. We'll go ahead and go back up to the top here, and we're just going to click on Install Overlay. And what this is going to do, it's going to create an entire new scene collection into your editor. And I'll show you what that means here. So, as you can see, our last scene that we made last video has disappeared. Also, our filter has disappeared off of our microphone, which is fine. That's easy enough to add back in. We'll do that here in just 1 second. But I want to take a second to show you guys. If you click on this drop-down arrow, it's going to have all the different theme sets that you've installed into your Streamlabs OBS. So you can switch back and forth between them. I have different sets for different games. You know, if I'm playing Rocket League, I have a set for Rocket League and stuff like that. But we're going to stick to this one really quick. Oh, I shouldn't have clicked on that, but that's okay. It won't take no time for it to load. Okay. So here we got our stream starting soon. So we've got that. That's all good and happy. We've got our live scene, which they put usually a background in here just to kind of show you how everything's going to line up. First thing that you're going to want to do is delete that background. You got your chat box over here, you've got your webcam box over here, and if you're not wanting those to show at all, then you just go to your where it says webcam. You can click off of that. You can click your eyeball on your webcam frame to unshow that. Then you got your chat box, you can unshow that and unshow that. I just like everything to stay super uncluttered. I know some people like to keep the chat box up there for folks that watch full screen, so they don't have to sit there, you know, like keep swapping back and forth between chat. They can kind of, you know, see what's the conversation that's going on. To me, it just clutters everything up. It's really just a matter of personal taste. So we've got our live scene there, and you can see it's got our top donation, new followers. You know, it shows a little information down there at the bottom. And that's all fine and good. Everything's all cleaned up. The next thing that we're going to want to do is to add our game into it, just like we did last time. We're going to add a source, and we're going to add a game capture. And we're going to call this Rocket League because I've already got Rocket League pulled up. Gonna add that source. Now you're gonna want to make sure that Rocket League is running, or whatever game you're gonna have going to be running in the background, or running full screen if you're running this on a second screen. And then we're gonna obviously switch from full screen application to capture specific window. And I want to go a little bit more in depth on why I do that. I didn't really do that on the last video. The reason I do that is I don't run my games absolutely full screen. I run them, all the ones that I can, I run them windowed borderless, so it's easy to alt tab out of them and adjust things in OBS or in Streamlabs OBS, or in to be able to interact with chat a lot easier that way, and it doesn't completely like wig out the game whenever you alt tab out of it on your stream. So like, for example, American Truck Simulator, if you try to alt tab out of that, since it only runs full screen, it'll start to wig out and look all crazy on your stream and all that. So I do capture specific window, and then we're going to choose our Rocket League window. And then, yep, everything else looks good. You're gonna want to make sure that that covers the entire window there, so we have no blank space. And you don't want it on top of everything. You want to actually take it, hold down, and drag it down to the bottom so that all your overlays show up on top of that. So we've got our live scene set up with Rocket League. There's also an intermission that's available here. I don't usually use the intermission screens. I use the be right back whenever I'm taking a short little break. And then we've got stream ending soon, which is all fine and good. So we got all of our scenes set up here. Everything is looking pretty. While we're thinking about it, we're going to go ahead and go in here to our mic and add that filter to it. So we just go to filters and hit the plus sign there. Going to go down to our noise gate, hit done and done. And that's going to take care of that. So it's as easy as that to get that set up. Your desktop audio shouldn't change. Your mic and auxiliary shouldn't change either from what you've had it, like as far as the source, from what you had it in other scenes. It just takes out the filters and things like that. So really, 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 really easy stuff. One more thing that I do, you're going to want a way to switch between your scenes, obviously. And there are several different ways you can do that. I mean, if you've got something like a Stream Deck, then by all means, get that set up, use that. Streamlabs also offers a phone and tablet app that acts as a remote control. Pretty easy to set up. It has to be tied to the same Wi-Fi that your computer is hardwired into. And that's pretty easy. I personally don't like the chance of it dropping the Wi-Fi or anything like that, so I set up hotkeys to switch between my scenes. What you're going to want to do to set up your hotkeys is hit your little settings cog right up here at the top right corner, and then we're going to navigate down to hotkeys, and then we've got all these different deals. I don't do the start and stop streaming anymore. I used to, but it ended up I'd accidentally hit that in the game. No matter what hotkey I'd make it, and it would stop my stream randomly in the middle of a stream. So I leave those alone. Really all I do is to switch to scene. So we got our stream starting soon here, and our switch to scene. That's the hotkey that you're going to want to set up. Now, my personal preference, I'll always do the control key, and then I'll navigate through the number pad. So stream starting soon, since it's the first scene, we're going to do control 1 on the number pad. Stream ending soon would be number 4, because you'd have your stream starting soon as 1, live scene is number 2, be right back is 3, stream ending soon is 4. So we'll do control 4 for stream ending soon. A bunch of stuff in the live scene here. We got to switch through. So control 2 for the live scene. And next thing we need is the be right back. Control 3. All right, so we've got all those set up there. Another thing that I like to set up is a way to mute everything while it's on the stream starting soon screen. So if I'm talking to my friends, we're about to play, like we're talking in Discord or something like that, then everybody can't hear what's going on up until the time of the show. So what I will always do, go down here to all the way down mic and aux. And we're going to do mute. We're going to set up a hotkey for that. I always do control down because my brain automatically says down is mute. And then unmute, control up. And then I do the same exact ones for my desktop audio, which will make it hit both of those at the same time. So we're all done with our hotkeys there. We're going to just test those out real quick. So we're going to start with the control down to mute, and that mutes everything. You can see it's got the little crosses over the speaker icon there. Control up to unmute, which unmutes everything. Now we're going to try switching between our scenes. So we're going to go control 2, control 3, and control 4. So that is beautiful there. It does a hard cut between all of the scenes there. Now, if you're wanting to do something a little more fancy, a little fade, something that's gonna kind of, not be so harsh, it's as easy as in your scene set over here, you're gonna hit your settings cog, and this is where you're gonna set your scene transitions. So we're just gonna see right there where it says cut. We're gonna hit the little pencil icon to edit that, and we're gonna go down to a fade, and we'll go ahead and bust that up to 400 milliseconds. So it does like a real nice little fade. Then we're gonna hit done. Then we go to control 1 and see how it fades between them. Control 2, control 3, and it's just not nearly as harsh there. So there it is there. That's going to be this tutorial. There are a lot of other ways to do this, but like I said, we're going to kind of stick with the theme of sticking within what you can do in Streamlabs very simply, very easily. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Throw a like and comment down in the description. Shit, not in the description. Down below to the description. And tell me what you'd like to see next. I know the next one's going to be how to add a webcam and music to your stream and stuff like that. But until then, I will see you guys later, and peace.